Midnight whiskey traces on the kitchen counter. Your silhouette is fading like a ghost in the hall. I hold the heavy silence as the shadows grow rounder, listening closely to the rain that starts to fall. The radio is humming an old familiar blues, but the melody just twists the knife inside my chest. Every single corner speaks of love we used to lose, leaving me with nothing but this dark, uninvited guest. Your velvet jacket is still hanging by the wooden door, catching the dim light of the street lamp outside. I trace your steps across the dusty hardwood floor, remembering the secrets that we no longer hide. The clock is ticking slower than my beating heart, a bittersweet reminder of the promises we made. We painted a masterpiece, then tore it right apart, watching every vibrant color slowly start to fade. The temperature is dropping, the fire's burning low. We ran out of reasons to keep up the charade. Two heavy souls with nowhere left to go, trapped inside the beautiful mess that we made. Oh, these velvet tears keep falling in the dark, staining the memories we gathered through the years. You left your mark, a cold and permanent spot. Now I'm drowning slowly in these velvet tears. Wash away the passion, wash away the pain, nothing but a shadow of the love we used to hold, crying in the sanctuary of the midnight rain as the final chapter of our story starts to unfold. Lipstick stains upon a broken crystal glass, a testament to words we never should have said. We thought the stormy weather would eventually pass, but we built a fortress on a fragile golden thread. Now I am walking through the ruins of our paradise. The air is thick with things we left unspoken. I paid the ultimate unforgiving price to find out that your promises were easily broken. The telephone is silent, sleeping on the stand. No late night rings to rescue me from my mind. I'm holding on to nothing in the palm of my hand, searching for a comfort that I'll never find. The neon sign outside is flickering in blue, casting long illusions on the bedroom wall. I'm suffocating in the very thought of you, waiting for the final curtain to inevitably fall. The temperature is dropping, the fire's burning low. We ran out of reasons to keep up the charade. Two heavy souls with nowhere left to go, trapped inside the beautiful mess that we made. Oh, these velvet tears keep falling in the dark, staining the memories we gathered through the years. You left your mark, a cold and permanent spark. Now I'm drowning slowly in these velvet tears. Wash away the passion, wash away the pain, nothing but a shadow of the love we used to hold, crying in the sanctuary of the midnight rain as the final chapter of our story starts to unfold. Starts to unfold. 'Cause there's the price we pay for loving far too deep, selling out our sanity for a moment in the sun. Now I have these lonely, bitter secrets left to keep, looking at the damage and the destruction we have done. No more excuses, no more elegant lies, just the cold truth staring back from your eyes. Velvet the drops falling down in this quiet, deserted town. Oh, these velvet tears keep falling in the dark, staining the memories we gathered through the years. You left your mark, a cold and permanent spark. Now I'm drowning slowly in these velvet tears. So away the passion, wash away the pain. Nothing but a shadow of the love we used to hold, crying in the sanctuary of the midnight rain. As the final chapter of our story starts to unfold, velvet tears, so soft, so cold, a tragic story that was never told. Fading into the misty night until the morning brings the light. An empty corridor echoing with the footsteps of your memory. Every single floorboard creaks with the weight of your name. I am trapped inside this architectural, historical cemetery, playing a solitary match of a forgotten, tragic game. You left your phantom residency inside my fragile chest, a stubborn tenant who refuses to ever pack up and leave, disturbing the peace of my nightly necessary rest, leaving me with nothing but this heavy blanket of grief. The dust is settling on the portraits we hung upon the wall, a gallery of moments that have lost their original color. I hear your laughter resonating faintly down the lonely hall, making the present reality seem significantly duller. I try to exercise your presence with new company and wine, but the spiritual possession is far too strong to break. I keep on tracing every single faded boundary line, remembering the promises you managed to easily fake. Oh, the temperature is dropping as the midnight hour draws near. The curtains sway without a single gust of physical wind. I am paralyzed by an ancient, overwhelmed existential fear of the emotional wreckage we permanently left behind. Oh, welcome to the sanctuary of my haunted heart, where your ghost occupies every single empty room. A beautiful relationship that we tore completely apart, leaving us stranded inside this sophisticated doom. No matter how far I run, your memory follows close behind, a persistent shadow that I cannot possibly ever escape. Locked inside the prison of my own corrupted mind, watching our clock strikes 3, but the darkness remains completely still. A heavy atmosphere that suffocates my independent spirit. I try to summon the remaining fragments of my broken will, but when your name is spoken, I tremble just to hear it. You were an absolute monarch who ruled my territory with pride, leaving a trail of beautiful devastation when you abdicated the throne. Now I have nowhere left for my shattered dignity to hide, standing center stage in this empty mansion all alone. The mirror reflects a stranger with hollow, exhausted eyes, a victim of a grand illusion that lasted far too long. I am completely finished with your clever, strategic disguise and the bitter resonance of our favorite broken song. I'm opening the windows to let the chilly morning air inside, purging every single corner of your lingering toxic scent. No more tears left for the love that prematurely died. Every single dollar of our spiritual wealth has been spent. The temperature is dropping as the midnight hour draws near. The curtains sway without a single gust of physical wind. I am paralyzed by an ancient, overwhelming, existential fear of the emotional wreckage we permanently left behind. Welcome to the sanctuary of my haunted heart, where your ghost occupies every single empty room. A beautiful relationship that we tore completely apart, leaving us stranded inside this sophisticated doom. No, 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 no matter how far I run, your memory follows close behind, a persistent shadow that I cannot possibly ever escape. Locked inside the prison of my own corrupted mind, watching our tragic history take a permanent shape. The clock strikes 3, but the darkness remains completely still. A heavy atmosphere that suffocates my independent spirit. I try to summon the remaining fragments of my broken will, but when your name is spoken, I tremble just to hear it. You were an absolute monarch who ruled my territory with pride, leaving a trail of beautiful devastation when you abdicated the throne. Now I have nowhere left for my shattered dignity to hide, standing center stage in this empty. The neon sign is buzzing through the heavy haze as I get lost inside and letter days. A silver lighter flickers with a sudden spark. illuminating every corner of the dark. I watched the gray ring spiral upward to the roof, a fragile evidence, a temporary proof. You left me sitting at the counter all alone, with nothing but a heart that turned to stone. The bartender is staring with a worried glance, knowing that we don't stand a single chance. I exhale slowly as the memories appear, mixing with the atmosphere of nicotine and beer. Your laughter echoes from the corner booth, exposing every single ugly truth. We traded sanity for something far too wild, acting just like a reckless, foolish child. The cloud is thick enough to hide my face as I erase you from this crowded space. But every breath I take is filled with you, a painful habit that I can't undo. Smoky regrets arising in the air, a heavy burden that is far too hard to bear. We choked on promises we couldn't keep, while all the angels were fast asleep. Oh, smoky regrets, they blind my weeping eyes, cutting through the cobweb of your lies. A slow combustion of the love gone wrong, the bitter lyrics of a tragic song. The lipstick stain upon the filter is turning dark, leaving behind a cold, familiar mark. I watch the glowing tip slowly burn away, wishing I had found the right words to say. You were a fire that I wanted to possess. Now I am left inside this overwhelming mess, the ashes falling on my satin dress, a physical manifestation of distress. The jukebox plays a melody from yesterday, back when we had a beautiful game to play. But now the tune is scratchy and out of time, a perfect soundtrack to our romantic crime. I wrap my coat around my frozen frame, trying so hard not to whisper your name. The room is spinning as the liquor hits my head, remembering everything you ever said. The cloud is thick enough to hide my face as I erase you from this crowded space. But every breath I take is filled with you, a painful habit that I can't undo. Smoky regrets arising in the air, a heavy burden that is far too hard to bear. We choked on promises we couldn't keep, while all the angels were fast asleep. Oh, smoky regrets, they blind my weeping eyes, cutting through the cobweb of your lies. A slow combustion of a love gone wrong, the bitter lyrics of a tragic song. Did we ignite this fire just to watch it burn? Is there a lesson that we'll never learn? We played with matches in a wooden house, quiet as a terrified cornered mouse. Blow it away into the night, out of mind, out of sight, just ash and dust, a broken trust. Smoky regrets arising in the air, a heavy burden that is far too hard to bear. We choked on promises we couldn't keep, while all the angels were fast asleep. Oh, smoky regrets, I wear my favorite evening gown of expensive emerald silk, walking through a neighborhood that smells of sour milk. The fabric has been torn along the delicate left sleeve, a physical reminder of the night you chose to leave. I pull the shiny material across my damaged chest, trying to ignore the fact that I am completely depressed. You treated my devotion like a cheap disposable rag, leaving our relationship to deteriorate and sag. The glamorous illusions are beginning to decay as the bright neon streetlights turn everything to gray. I look into the mirror at my smeared expensive rouge, recognizing that my emotional damage is massive and huge. We used to present ourselves with such aristocratic pride, completely unaware of the rot that was developing inside. Now I'm standing stranded in this high society bar, wishing I could travel to a completely different star. The luxury cannot camouflage the bleeding underneath. As I try to smile through my tightly clenched teeth, we ruin something elegant with our domestic war, and neither of us recognizes who we are anymore. Bruised satin hanging on a broken, fragile frame, a tragic exhibition of a hyper-destructive game. Watching our expensive empire sink incredibly low. Bruised satin, you are the uniform of my defeat, making my transition into loneliness complete. We traded total honesty for a superficial shine, crossing over every single catastrophic line. I find the diamond necklace that you bought to make amends, back when we were pretending to be more than just friends. The crystals look so dull beneath the flickering halogen bulb, as my heavy heart begins to painfully convulse and throb. I unhook the heavy jewelry and let it hit the floor, knowing that your wealthy status cannot save us anymore. The material is stained with the sweat of my anxiety, a perfect representation of our failed propriety. You try to wrap your expensive cashmere coat around my back, but your touch only reminds me of the intimacy that we lack. We are just two mannequins inside a high-end store window display, waiting for the cleaning crew to sweep our ashes completely away. The threads are pulling apart and the seams begin to unravel, matching the difficult trajectory of the road we had to travel. I step out of your limousine into the freezing wet sleet, leaving you alone on the deserted wealthy street. The luxury cannot camouflage the bleeding underneath. As I try to smile through my tightly clenched teeth, we ruin something elegant with our domestic war, and neither of us recognizes who we are anymore. Bruised satin hanging on a broken, fragile frame, a tragic exhibition of a hyper-destructive game. The smooth texture cannot hide the roughness of the blow, watching our expensive empire sink incredibly low. Bruised satin, you are the uniform of my defeat, making my transition into loneliness complete. We traded total honesty for a superficial shine, crossing over every single catastrophic line. Expensive words inside our catastrophic heads. Tear the silk, let it drop, let it drop. This performance has to stop, has to stop. No more shine, no more shine, no more grace, no more grace. Erasing you from this place. Bruised satin hanging on a broken, fragile frame. Ooh, tragic exhibition of our hyper-destructive the smooth texture cannot hide the roughness of the blow. Watching our expensive empire sink incredibly low. Bruised satin, you are the uniform of my defeat, making my transition into loneliness complete. We traded total honesty for a superficial shine, crossing over every single catastrophic line. Nothing but bruised satin left on the floor as I walk out through the heavy door. Let it rip, let it tear, I don't even care. The clock strikes 12 upon the peeling wallpapered wall. I'm pouring gasoline on things that remind me of your face. Another sleepless night spent pacing up and down the hall, trying to erase the lingering phantom of your warm embrace. The record player spins a dusty, forgotten ragtime tune, but it can't drown out the howling loneliness inside my head. I'm staring out the window at a pale and indifferent moon, wishing I could just forget every single word you said. My satin slippers glide across the cold linoleum floor, heading towards the cabinet where the heavy liquor stays. I know I shouldn't care about your ghost anymore, but I am trapped inside a labyrinth of yesterday's haze. The city lights below are blinking like a broken sign, signaling the warning that I choose to completely ignore. I keep on crossing every single safety boundary line, hoping against hope that you'll walk through that wooden door. The hours stretch ahead like a long and desert highway road, with no destination and no place to safely rest my heavy mind. I'm carrying the weight of a massive, unbearable load, searching for a solace that I know I'll never find. Drowning in the deep ocean of these midnight blues, paying a heavy penalty for a love I couldn't keep. I got nothing left to win and everything to lose, while the rest of the world is soundly and peacefully asleep. An indigo shadow is wrapping tightly around my fragile spine, chilling me down to the very marrow of my aching bone. You used to be the only thing I could proudly call mine. Now these midnight blues have left me completely alone. The telephone is staring at me like a loaded silver gun, daring me to dial the number I memorized by heart. But I already know that the damage has been fully done, and there is no possible way to restart what fell apart. I traced the outlines of the old photographs we took back when your laughter was the sweetest music I could hear. Now you're just a finished chapter in a dusty book, and I am left with nothing but this overwhelming fear. The ice cubes melt away in my half-empty crystal glass, diluting the poison that I drink to numb the sting. I keep on praying that this agonizing phase will pass and stop the endless bells of sorrow that loudly ring. The radiator hisses like a snake hidden in the dark, adding to the symphony of my solitary quiet grief. We managed to extinguish every single vital spark, leaving me with a despair that offers no relief. The hours stretch ahead like a long and desert highway road, with no destination and no place to safely rest my heavy mind. I'm carrying the weight of a massive, unbearable load, searching for a solace that I know I'll never find. Drowning in the deep ocean of these midnight blues, paying a heavy penalty for a love I couldn't keep. I got nothing left to win and everything to lose, while the rest of the world is soundly and peacefully asleep. An indigo shadow is wrapping tightly around my fragile spine, chilling me down to the very marrow of my aching bone. You used to be the only thing I could proudly call mine. Now these midnight blues have left me completely alone. Oh, left me completely alone. Is there a morning light after this endless dark, or am I condemned to wander this room forevermore? We left a scar where there used to be a vibrant spark, and now I'm stranded on this cold, unforgiving shore. Midnight comes, midnight goes, where the wind of sorrow blows, where the wind is no more light, no more sun. Look at what your absence has done. Drowning in the deep ocean of these midnight blues, paying a heavy penalty for a love I couldn't keep. I got nothing left to win and everything to lose, while the rest of the world is soundly and peacefully asleep. An indigo shadow is wrapping tightly around my fragile spine, chilling me down to the very marrow of my aching bone. You used to be the only thing I could proudly call mine. Now these midnight blues have left me completely alone. Midnight blues calling my name, a losing game with no one else to blame. Fading out into the dark, goodbye my sweet spark. The city bleeding through the rain-soaked window glass, fluorescent puddles reflecting the corrupted paradise below. I watch the late-night yellow taxi cabs quickly pass, while my internal clock is moving incredibly slow. You left a chemical dependency inside my lonely mind, a technicolor nightmare disguised as a romantic dream. I'm searching for the innocence I left somewhere behind, sinking in a shallow pool of your artificial skin. The television flicker casts a pale electric hue across the empty spaces of this deserted downtown loft. I cannot separate the fiction from the absolute truth of you. Your voice still echoes here, so dangerous and soft. You were a synthetic drug that I eagerly consumed, a flash of brilliant color in a world of monotone gray. But now I realize that this attachment was completely doomed, as the synthetic glow begins to slowly wash away. The midnight rain is falling on the asphalt down below, mixing with the colors of the artificial street. We are two broken figures caught inside the matrix glow, watching our spectacular disaster become fully complete. Drowning slowly in the pool of this liquid neon light, chasing a futuristic fantasy that wasn't built to last. Stranded in the middle of a cold urban night, trying to escape the heavy gravity of our synthetic past. You were a glowing illusion that illuminated my dark, a beautiful distortion that completely blinded my view. Now I am left without a single natural living spark, choking on the toxic electric memory of you. The refrigerator hums a low and mechanical song, a stark accompaniment to the isolation in my chest. I knew from the very beginning that this dynamic was wrong, but I welcome the chaos and the beautiful unrest. You played your emotional games with digital precision, altering the frequency of my fragile heartbeat. Now I am forced to make a definitive decision to walk away forever and accept my total defeat. The clock is glowing green upon the bedside table stand, counting down the minutes until the morning sun arrives. I hold a broken circuit board in my trembling hand, a perfect metaphor for our corrupted, twisted lives. No more excuses left to justify this toxic addiction. No more running back to the sanctuary of your embrace. I'm purging my reality of your beautiful fiction and wiping every single digital trace of your face. The midnight rain is falling on the asphalt down below, mixing with the colors of the artificial street. We are two broken figures caught inside the matrix glow, watching our spectacular disaster become fully complete. Drowning slowly in the pool of this liquid neon light, chasing a futuristic fantasy that wasn't built to last. Stranded in the middle of a cold urban night, trying to escape the heavy gravity of our synthetic past. You were a glowing illusion that illuminated my dark, a beautiful distortion that completely blinded my view. Now I am left without a single natural living spark, choking on the toxic electric memory of you. Turn off the electricity, let the darkness consume the space. No more glowing lights to hide the wrinkles on my soul. I wanna eliminate every single memory of your face and finally reclaim my absolute sovereign control. Pull the plug, turn it off. The air is thick, the breath is soft. No more glow, no more light, just the peace of the natural night. Drowning slowly in the pool of this liquid neon light. Drowning slowly in the pool of this liquid neon You breathe your secrets directly against my bare shoulder blade. A soft avalanche of vocabulary designed to completely disarm. In the velvet sanctuary of the bedroom where the daylight fade, I fall victim once again to your dangerous quiet charm. Your satin whispers float like incense through the humid air, painting illusions of a future that will never physically exist. I'm trapped inside the beautiful entanglement of your stare, unable to summon the strength to definitively resist. The fabric of the curtains rustles in the midnight breeze as you spin your delicate web of sophisticated deception. I am brought down completely to my trembling knees by the sheer elegance of your manipulative perfection. You know exactly which frequency to adjust your voice to bypass all the logical defenses inside my analytical brain, leaving me with absolutely nothing constructive left to do but swallow the bitter medicine disguised as pleasure and pain. The volume is low, but the impact is incredibly profound. Every syllable you utter vibrates along my sensitive spine. Of a love that is beautiful, corrupted and divine, captivated entirely by these satin whispers in the dark, believing every single magnificent lie you softly tell. Nothing remains of our original, natural living spark, just the intoxicating magic of this romantic spell. You speak so sweetly as you tear my world completely apart, muffling the sound of the destruction with a gentle caress. You carve your name onto the surface of my fragile heart, leaving me stranded in this elegant, quiet mess. The perfume of your betrayal is subtle and hard to detect, blended perfectly with the expensive silk sheets on the bed. I try to gather the remaining shards of my self-respect, but I am intoxicated by the phrases you just said. You whispered that I am the only one you will ever truly desire, while the scent of another woman still lingers on your skin, feeding the fuel to my self-destructive, volatile fire, welcoming the beautiful devastation from within. The clock is ticking softly on the mahogany bedside table stand, a quiet witness to the absolute bankruptcy of our trust. I hold the weight of your empty promises in my hand, watching them dissolve into a pile of shimmering dust. No more running away from the reality of the situation, no more pretending that your words carry any actual weight. I'm waking up from this beautiful hypnotic hallucination and closing the heavy iron parameters of my gaze. The volume is low, but the impact is incredibly profound. Every syllable secrets directly against my bare shoulder blade. A soft avalanche of vocabulary designed to completely disarm. In the velvet sanctuary of the bedroom where the daylight fade, I fall victim once again to your dangerous quiet charm. Your satin whispers float like incense through the humid air, painting illusions of a future. Old letters gather dust inside a wooden chest, reminding me of times when we were truly blessed. The fountain pen is dry, the words begin to blur, a distant memory of who we used to were. I trace the lines you wrote when passion was alive, before we fought so hard just trying to survive. Now every sentence feels like someone else's script, a sudden poison that we accidentally sipped. The parchment turns to yellow under fading light, a quiet testament to every lonely night. You promised forever in a simple phrase, now lost inside a dizzy, suffocating haze. My fingers tremble as I fold the page away, knowing there is nothing left for us to say. A paper kingdom built on promises of thread, replacing all the logic that was in my head. The ink is vanishing into the air, leaving a blank page completely bare. We can't rewrite the chapters we destroyed, staring directly into the empty void. Faded ink upon a broken heart, showing the exact place we tore apart. The syllables are bleeding in the rain, washing out the patterns of our pain. Oh, faded ink, a ghost of what you swore, a sacred message that doesn't matter anymore. We watch the meaning slowly drift away into the shadows of a darker day. I find a photograph from 7 years ago, back when our rhythm was beautifully slow. Your signature is scratching at my mind, a cruel reminder of the peace I cannot find. I try to rub the stains out with my shaking hand, but some disasters are too deep to understand. The spill of black has ruined every perfect line, dividing what was yours from what was mine. The clock is moving backward in this lonely room, weaving a fabric out of temporary gloom. You left your autograph upon my fragile skin, a heavy game that neither of us could win. The final period is sharp and deeply cut, as every door between us is permanently shut. I close the journal and I turn the iron key, releasing all the ghosts that haunted me. The ink is vanishing into the air, leaving a blank page completely bare. We can't rewrite the chapters we destroyed, staring directly into the empty void. Faded ink upon a broken heart, showing the exact place we tore apart. The syllables are bleeding in the rain, washing out the patterns of our pain. Oh, The paper is dry underneath the gray. Heart showing the exact place we tore apart. The syllables are bleeding in the rain, washing out the patterns of our pain. Oh, faded ink, the ghost of what you swore, a sacred message that doesn't matter anymore. We watch the meaning slowly drift away into the shadows of a darker day. Just faded ink on my hand, nobody understands. Let it blur, let it fade. The biggest mistake we ever made. Old letters gather dust inside a wooden chest, reminding me of times when we were truly blessed. The fountain pen is dry, the words begin to blur, a distant memory of who we used to were. I trace the lines you wrote when passion was alive, before we fought so hard just trying to survive. Now every sentence feels like someone else's script, a sudden poison that we accidentally sipped. The parchment turns to yellow under fading light, a quiet testament to every lonely night. You promised forever in a simple phrase, now lost inside a dizzy, suffocating haze. My fingers tremble as I fold the page away, knowing there is nothing left for us to say. A paper kingdom built on promises of thread, replacing all the logic that was in my head. The ink is vanishing into the air, leaving a blank page completely bare. We can't rewrite the chapters we destroyed. The kitchen clock strikes two as steam begins to rise inside my heavy eyes. I stir the dark espresso in a porcelain cup, waiting for the morning light to wake the city up. You sit across the table with a distant vacant stare, running nervous fingers through your tangled messy hair. We look like two survivors from a devastating blast, trying to decipher how our summer couldn't last. The aromatic perfume fills the quiet chilly space, but cannot mask the tension written clearly on your face. A spoonful of brown sugar doesn't alter how it tastes, another sad reminder of the years we put to waste. I watch the black liquid swirl around the silver spoon, beneath the pale illumination of a dying moon. We used to talk for hours when our universe was young. Now silence is the only native language on our tongue. This caffeinated sadness keeps my racing heart awake, counting every single promise that we chose to break. The temperature is dropping, but the kettle starts to scream, waking us abruptly from a warm romantic dream. Midnight brew is dripping in the quiet of the room, a bit of medication for this overwhelming gloom. It keeps the shadows moving while the rest of earth can sleep, guarding all the painful revelations that we keep. Oh, midnight brew, you simmer with a dark and smoky soul, restoring just a fraction of my shattered self-control. We drink our tribulation till the bottom of the pot, accepting all the lessons that our tragedy has taught. I find some ceramic mugs we bought in Italy, back back when you were completely infatuated with me. Now one of them is chipped along the delicate rim. As our prospects for survival grow increasingly dim, I spill a couple droplets on the clean linoleum floor, realizing that I shouldn't invite you anymore. The caffeine makes me shiver, but I crave the burning heat, the only thing that makes this isolation feel complete. You wrap your shivering knuckles around the heating glass, praying that this uncomfortable segment soon will pass. But we have reached the station where the train refuses to wait, leaving us stranded with our self-inflicted fate. The countertop is messy with the grounds of our deceit, making our transition into strangers feel complete. I switch the machine off and I lean against the sink, far too emotionally exhausted to even try to think. This caffeinated sadness keeps my racing heart awake, counting every single promise that we chose to break. The temperature is dropping, but the kettle starts to scream, waking us abruptly from a warm romantic dream. Midnight brew is dripping in the quiet of the room, a bit of medication for this overwhelming gloom. It keeps the shadows moving while the rest of Earth can't sleep, guarding all the painful revelations that we keep. Oh, midnight brew, you simmer with a dark and smoky soul, restoring just a fraction of my shattered self-control. We drink our tribulation till the bottom of the pot, accepting all the lessons that our tragedy has taught. Become our emotional nerve endings are permanently numb. We swallow down the toxicity and pride, with nowhere left for our mistakes to hide. Pour it out, let it steam. End of this ancient dream. Cold dregs up the dawn. Everything is gone. Midnight brew is dripping in the quiet of the room, a bit of medication for this overwhelming gloom. It keeps the shadows moving while the rest of Earth can sleep, guarding all the painful revelations that we keep. Oh, midnight brew, you simmer with a dark and smoky soul, restoring just a fraction of my shattered self-control. The candlelight is casting long illusions on the bedroom wall, a choreography of ghosts performing in the dim lit space. I watch your dark outline stretch across the lonely hall, an elegant reminder of the intimacy we can't replace. We are two dancers moving to a silent, tragic rhythm, stepping around the fragments of the promises we broke, locked inside a beautiful emotional prison, breathing in the heavy scent of your expensive smoke. You move like a phantom through my chaotic mind, a graceful predator disguised as a protective friend, leaving a trail of beautiful devastation far behind, knowing exactly how this theatrical performance will end. I sway to the melody of your deceptive sweet talk, allowing myself to be led across the dusty floor, even though I know that I should definitively walk away from your toxicity and out that heavy door. The music is imaginary, but the movement is so real. Twirling in the darkness with a partner made of air, trying to remember how it actually feels to be held by someone who genuinely cares. We are shadow dancing in the ruins of our love, moving to a tempo that is growing far too slow, with nothing but the indifferent starlight up above, watching our romantic comedy turn into a tragic show. Step to the left, step to the painful right, spinning in circles till we completely lose our sight. A beautiful masquerade that lasts until the dawn, before the shadows disappear and you are finally gone. The record player is silent, but the spin continues on, driven by the momentum of our shared historical grief. We keep on moving long after the joy has fully gone, searching for a fleeting moment of emotional relief. Your hands are cold against my bare, unprotected waist, a chilling contrast to the heat we used to generate. We move with an artificial manufactured haste, trying to outrun the swift approach of our dark fate. I catch my own reflection in the long oval mirror, a solitary figure performing a duet all alone. The harsh reality is becoming significantly clearer as the warmth of your illusion turns into freezing stone. You were never truly here, just a projection of my need, a canvas where I painted all my desperate desires. Now I am watching my exhausted spirit bleed from the embers of our self-destructive volatile fires. The music is imaginary, but the movement is so real. Twirling in the darkness with a partner made of air, trying to remember how it actually feels to be held by someone who genuinely cares. We are shadow dancing in the ruins of our love, moving to a tempo that is growing far too slow, with nothing but the indifferent starlight up above, watching our romantic comedy turn into a tragic show. Step to the left, step to the painful right, spinning in circles till we completely lose our sight. A beautiful masquerade that lasts until the dawn, before the shadows disappear and you are finally gone. Oh, oh. One final turn before the light breaks through the room, one last embrace before the fantasy dies away completely. We danced our way into this magnificent quiet doom, allowing the destruction to consume us so sweetly. Shadows fade, darkness goes where the final curtain blows. The dance is over, the music ends. No longer lover, no longer friends. We are shadow dancing in the ruins of our love, moving to a tempo that is growing far too slow, with nothing but the indifferent starlight There is a tempest raging underneath my skin, though my face remains as calm as a summer lake. You don't possess a single clue of the war within, or the immense amount of pressure it takes to not break. I sit across the table watching you converse, smiling politely at every trivial thing you say, while my internal universe is ready to reverse and wash this entire fragile illusion completely away. The coffee cups are cooling between our distant hands. An ocean of unspoken grievances lies wide and deep. We are two travelers lost in unfamiliar lands, guarding secrets that we promised we would forever keep. Your eyes wander around the crowded, noisy room, unaware of the tectonic plates shifting right below. We are standing on the precipice of absolute doom, waiting for the inevitable wind to violently blow. No thunder rolls across the plaster ceiling tonight. No lightning strikes to illuminate the growing dark, but hidden completely away from the public sight, we are extinguishing our very last remaining spark. Welcome to the reality of this silent storm, destroying everything we built without a single sound. The atmosphere is freezing, though the weather is warm, as our foundation crumbles directly to the ground. A quiet devastation that nobody else can see, a hurricane of sorrow locked inside a human heart. We pretend that we are happy and completely free, while this silent storm is tearing our lives completely apart. Watch your fingers nervously tap against the wood, a subtle sign that you feel the atmospheric pressure too. If I could scream out loud, you know I absolutely would, to break this paralyzing spell cast over me and you. But the etiquette of heartbreak demands a quiet grace, so we sit and suffer beneath the sophisticated mask, staring blankly at each other's beautiful empty face, knowing that survival is an impossible, daunting task. The waiter brings the bill and places it between us two, a final price tag on the years we carelessly misspent. There is nothing left for me to say or do to alter the tragic direction in which our love went. The storm is gathering its final destructive might, swirling behind my eyes where you cannot perceive. We will walk out into the cool, indifferent night, and without a single word we will permanently leave. No thunder rolls across the plaster ceiling tonight. No lightning strikes to illuminate the growing dark, but hidden completely away from the public sight, we are extinguishing our very last remaining spark. Welcome to the reality of this silent storm, destroying everything we built without a single sound. The atmosphere is freezing, though the weather is warm, as our foundation crumbles directly to the ground. A quiet devastation that nobody else can see, a hurricane of sorrow locked inside a human heart. We pretend that we are happy and completely free, while this silent storm is tearing our lives completely apart. a misery that is now complete. We drown in the stillness of our collective pride, with nowhere left for our shattered spirits to hide. Listen to the quiet, it's louder than a scream, the sudden awakening from a beautiful dream. The rain is coming, but it makes no sound at all. Watch the empire elegantly fall. Welcome to the reality of this silent storm, destroying everything we built without a single sound. The atmosphere is freezing, though the weather is warm, as our foundation crumbles directly to the ground. A quiet devastation that nobody else can see, a hurricane of sorrow locked inside a human heart. We pretend that we are happy and completely free, while this silent storm is tearing our lives completely apart. Silent storm washing over me, setting our trapped spirits permanently free. Let the rain wash away the remains, breaking all our invisible heavy chains.